Hello and welcome back to the Messy Success Podcast. I'm your host, Elizabeth Henson, and we are getting ready for Thanksgiving. I know by the time you guys listen to this, it'll be after Thanksgiving, but as I'm recording, it is raining outside and Thanksgiving is only a few days away, and I am appreciating a slightly slower week. We are closing in on the Community Growth Lab. I'm recording the very last module tomorrow. I can't even believe it. But before I dive in, let me tell you a little bit about what this episode is going to entail, because it's a little bit different than anything I've done before. I am going to be going over a list of things that I'm looking for, a wish list. Ways that you guys can help me, ways that we can collaborate, all the things that I would love to have going into 2022. So we're going to call this the Make and Ask episode. I'm going to be making some asks, and I hope that you guys will jump in and join the party and see if there's anything you can help me with, and then do the same for your business. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, you guys, this is going to be fun. So I was sitting here thinking about, what do I want to talk about today? Like, I want to make sure that I get a solo episode in. You know, I love for my podcast to be a mix of solo episodes and then bringing in amazing guests. And you guys always love the behind the scenes and all that amazing stuff. And as I was sitting here thinking about that, I was just thinking about this list of things that I'm, kind of working on, what's top of mind for my business. And to kind of tell you, the top of the mountain view where this is going, my big rock with my team and as my business develops going into 2022 is really to figure out how we can get out of this up and down cycle of the business really depending on my energy. And, I want to be able to step away energetically when I need to and not have, leads fall off or, podcast episodes not get recorded. Like, we're really trying to figure out how to continue the work that we've been doing on systematizing, but also getting the team, in a position where I can step out when I need to. And I know I talked about this from my long-term plan of my business isn't really worth anything if I'm the only one that can run it. And of course, that's the long-term vision, but I was realizing this is a little bit more urgent than I thought. I need to be able to rest and not worry about, the numbers suffering. So that's where a lot of this wish list kind of came from. And I just figured, why not get my hands dirty and talk to my community about some of this? So I'm just going to go through them in no particular order and make a couple of asks. And I want you guys to always, look at what I'm doing and see how you can bring it into your own business. What kind of asks can you make in your own business? We don't have to be these magical unicorns that do everything ourselves with no help. There's nothing wrong with leaning into your community and asking for help, for referrals, for word of mouth, for just to help you manifest the things that you dream of. So let's get started. The first one is our amazing Facebook group. The Community Builder is growing. It is doing amazing. I kind of have my vision on doing a little bit of a sprint to see if we can get some new members in there. So that's an easy one. Just invite your friends to join the Community Builder. Or if you haven't joined yet, we are on Facebook. You can just search groups, the Community Builder, and who this group is for, if you have not listened to it in previous episodes, is essentially anyone who has a business and a Facebook group, right? Or a Facebook group for their business. This could be a free group where you're trying to get sales, even down to MLMs, network marketers, or it could be a paid group. Say you have a course and you have all your students in a paid community. It doesn't matter. It's literally a Facebook group about Facebook groups. So if you know anyone who runs a Facebook group for their business in some way, shape, or form, I would love for you to invite them into the community builder. And we will be putting all these links in the show notes as well. This is episode 79, I believe. So you can just go to elizabethhenson.co and click on podcast in the upper left-hand corner, and it'll be super easy for you to find. Or if you're listening to this, months down the road, it is episode 79. So that's the first one. And that Facebook community is not going anywhere. That is my new baby. I have really gotten into a nice little routine where I'm posting in there Monday through Friday. It's effortless. And this is the thing. I want your Facebook group to be effortless too. And then I go live on Fridays. I have gone live every single Friday for quite a while now. But of course, since this is the Friday after Thanksgiving, I'll be taking off. But who knows? Sometimes I just get the urge to just jump in the community because they are so amazing. I freaking love it. The only thing I should have done differently is start sooner, to be honest. So I'm loving the Community Builder Facebook group, and we are on a mission to get some new members. Okay, so that was number one. Number two, I am looking for anybody who is positive, ambitious, and might be looking to learn a little bit more about working online. And I don't really know what this looks like other than knowing that my team is growing. Knowing I would love someone who is really just feisty and wanting to learn. And, I will leave it up to you to contact us and tell us your superpowers and how you could help the team. Because I am open. I am open to anything. We're working a lot on our project management. I know that I need someone with very similar core values around community building, to be able to do some of the things that I'm doing. So someone that, is willing to start, at the bottom, but then possibly work their way up into, hosting some of my coaching calls and being trained to teach the things that I teach. But it might not be that. It might just be someone that has, an amazing gift with numbers and KPIs, or maybe you're really great at video editing. We're looking for that. Or repurposing content, a social media manager. A lot of these things are just really intensely on my radar. And, we're right on the edge of a pretty big growth spurt. So it's going to be happening soon. And, I am inviting you, if you're listening, if you just want to learn, if you're willing to intern or work for minimum wage for just a little bit until we get to the other side of this growth spurt, and you want to grow with the company, I would love to hear from you. And you can contact us for that at elizabeth@elizabethhenson.co or team@elizabethhenson.co. Either one of those is fine. And we would love to hear from you. So just bring your energy and your superpower and how you think you might be able to help. Especially knowing going into the new year that, my big goal is for us to get really clear about how many, sales calls we need booked every week, how many networking calls we need booked every week, how many partnerships we need every month. And I kind of have an idea of that number, but what I need help with is how to make it super repeatable and a little bit more effortless, right? Right now it's all my energy and my network's energy. So we want to see what we can systematize there. Okay. So the third one is partnerships, and partnerships look like being a guest, podcast swap, or it could be an affiliate launch. It could be going into somebody's Facebook group, right? If you have a network marketing business and everyone who's under you has a business with a Facebook group, and if their business with a Facebook group does better, it means that you do better, right? I know how the network marketing works. Maybe I'm coming into your Facebook group to teach a masterclass about how to optimize their Facebook groups, and that helps everybody. That is a partnership. And I've done some of those in the past that went well, but I didn't have the community builder or the growth lab. And now I have all these amazing resources for business owners who have Facebook groups. Partnerships could be, being a guest expert in any way, shape, or form. And of course, I'm always willing to swap. It's never like, bring me into your community and I want to teach your people. It's like, no, let's see how we can help each other. And, one of the best ways that my business is growing right now is simply through introductions. So if you know someone and you just, would love to make an introduction, that would be amazing. And we all know that being a dot connector is one of the best ways to be a community leader. So I'm inviting you to be a dot connector and see if there's anybody that would love my help and vice versa, and introduce us for some partnerships coming up in 2022. And again, that could be affiliates swapping. That could be podcast swapping, guest experts, going live, any of those things. And then the next one, the fourth one, is agency clients. So this is the big one. This is the big one where I'm looking for much more affluent or established businesses that are wanting to outsource some of their community management or Facebook community needs. And the agency is going really well. We have a few different pricing options. We have like a full service community management. We have strategy only, where I'm essentially like a consultant and meet with those businesses, twice a month to really look at the strategy of their community. And then we kind of have our lowest level package, which is like the data scraping and the implementation only of really kind of tracking the numbers behind someone's community. And the people that are a good fit for the agency are people who are ready and willing to invest, $1,000 to $4,000 wherever dollars per month, and really have those long-term kind of 6-month contracts or a year contract, even moving into businesses who might be super successful with like a brick and mortar, but say they haven't really moved their business online and they're wanting to figure out, how do I take this amazing community and business that I have in my local area and, blow it up on a virtual and national level. That is kind of like our newest thing that we're working on. And that looks like, building teams for these companies, which is crazy, but that's essentially what, agencies really do. So, any type of business who, has kind of hit that, $500,000 to $1 million revenue, and they're really looking to outsource some of their community management needs. So if you know anyone, if that is you, we would love to hear from you or have an introduction for that as well. I'm really, really excited about the direction that the agency is going. And, we also have the Growth Lab, which is our course. If you're more of a solopreneur or you're kind of in the very beginning stages of building a team, that is a really great option too. So not to be like, we serve everyone, but we have investment opportunities for almost any level. I would say $500 and above. So yeah, just helping us keep all those faucets on and grow those things. And I mentioned introductions for the sake of networking. So even, if they don't necessarily need my services, but they have a community that might be a good match with my community, I would love to just network. I do probably 2 networking calls every week, which is not sales oriented. It's just a virtual handshake. We have a mutual friend and we're just seeing how we can support each other. And those are some of my favorite things to do. And if I got to pick where I would spend 90% of my time, I mean, I do get to pick, but we're working towards this. I just want to be on Zoom calls and in my Facebook groups. And that's really what I want to be doing with my time between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. So that is what we are working towards. And that is the only way to achieve it is to kind of operate as if you're already there. So I just went into my calendar this morning and made some changes, trying to keep everything within those working hours. And yeah, that's how we get there, is we just start operating as if that's where we already are. So that is my kind of wish list for my business going into the new year. So just a super quick recap, our free Facebook group, the Community Builder, we're looking to grow. So invite your friends or you join if you haven't yet. We are looking to grow my team and I have a super open mind. So send us your pitches. I'm looking for partnerships, like probably 3 partnerships each month for the entire year of 2022. And I'm looking to grow and scale the agency, so agency clients. And then any type of introduction. Introduce me to all your friends, and I will do the same. You just have to make the ask. So if you can walk away from this episode with an action item, create your wish list going into 2022 and share it, scream it from the rooftops, and watch your community show up for you. And if they don't, then you need to be inside the Community Builder and learn how to make that happen. So thank you so much for being here. I hope that you have the best holiday, even though you'll be going into Christmas when we listen to this episode. But this holiday season is always my favorite. I seriously want to extend you guys the biggest, gratitude. And go make your wish list and share it with me. I would love if you share it with me and tag me on Insta, or leave us a review for the podcast, or jump in the Community Builder and mention the podcast. I just always love to know that people are getting something from this. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys soon.